Hey, and thanks for joining us here at AnswersMagazine.com. We're with the second largest rodent in the world. It's called the African Crested Porcupine. Now, it's the second largest rodent in the world, but this animal is the largest type of its kind. It is the largest porcupine in the world. This creature is a whopping 55 pounds. It's a female. Her name is Prickles. Now, God designed all his creatures to do what they do, and they do that well. He designed some to do this and some to do that, some to live here and some to live there. Now, this animal he designed to live in a very hostile environment, Africa. And that's an environment where there's lots of animals that like to eat other animals. Believe it or not, some creatures like to try to eat the porcupine. Lions, leopards, cheetahs, hyenas. But let me tell you something. God designed this creature to be successful. He set this creature up for success, and because he gave it the weaponry to survive, it actually wins 9 out of 10 battles. You see, most people think that porcupines actually shoot their quills. Only in the cartoons. Porcupines actually have the ability, like a peacock or a turkey, to flare out their quills. You know how the turkey or peacock flares out its feathers or fans out its feathers? The porcupine actually fans out its quills. But it only does that when it's really mad, upset, or annoyed, or when I tell it to, like this. Oh yeah, look at this. It flares out its quills. And then it'll run backwards and go, ugh! Yeah, it rams its rear end right in the face of the predator. And these quills dig deep down into the flesh and cause infection. Matter of fact, we've got some quills right here that we're going to show you. I want to give you a little comparison here. Thank you very much, Pam. These are a few quills that she shed. This is one of the really long quills right here, very sharp. You can hear that it's very taut, it's hard, it's not hollow. It has a solid inside, kind of like styrofoam. But look at this. You see this little quill right here? I brought this one to show you because this is about the average size of our North American porcupine quill. That's it. Now the only difference is our North American porcupine and the South American porcupine that has quills like this, they actually have little hooks or barbs on the end of it. The North American doesn't need, the African doesn't need hooks or barbs. They are just long and sharp and are designed to penetrate deep into the flesh to cause infection. These quills, matter of fact, you could just merely brush up against a North American or South American, and this glove would have dozens of quills in it just by doing this. But on this animal, she depends on that heavy weight that she's got. She's got 55 pounds of power coming backwards to ram its predator right in the face. And then what she'll do, if she has to, she'll tuck her head in between her legs and she kind of sprawls out in a big circular bush kind of motion. Now they call it the African Crested Porcupine. You see in this now is this crest. Now we call that a mohawk, but this is her crest. She's got a nice crest. Some of these quills are over 20 inches long, but I want to call attention to one of the most amazing quills on this creature, and that is her rattle quill. You see, this animal displays kind of like what God displays to us in Galatians chapter 5, where he talks about the fruits of the Spirit. This animal's a very patient creature. It doesn't want to do any harm. It wants to mind its own business and get on with its own life. But sometimes other creatures want to do it harm. So this animal will warn those animals with 4 different warnings. The first one you've already witnessed is that flare out. It shows its equipment, says, don't come mess with me because I'm going to hurt you if you do. Then if they keep advancing towards her, she'll stomp her feet. She'll stomp her feet a couple times. And then if they continue to come forward and antagonize her and threaten her, she will then do a quill flip. She will flip her quill side to side, and it makes this intimidating clicking noise. But that 4th and final warning before she attacks is what she uses those amazing rattle quills for. You see, God blessed her with some really cool rattle quills here. Let me show you these. Look at these. Here's her tail right here. And down inside there, there's about 12 or 15 quills, and they look like a 2-inch drinking straw with a quill going right down the center. So when she shakes that tail really fast, it would sound like a rattlesnake. That's her last warning. Imagine her doing that really fast. That would sound just like a rattlesnake, and that would be her last warning before she rams her predator right into the face. Pardon me while I get control of my porcupine. Whatever you do, don't look her in the eye. Thank you for checking us out at AnswersMagazine.com.